Today we're back looking at some thisyou TikToks, and trust me, some of these will have your jaw on the floor.
Asian girls, let's talk. You are all so beautiful.
Okay. Oh god. Whenever I hear stories about people going in single holidays to Thailand, you know, holiday on their own, it always makes me raise an eyebrow. Nobody has survived thisyou. Exactly. Like, thisyou TikToks are the funniest but most scary things ever. It's like, I'm scared someone's gonna do thisyou TikTok on me. An English teacher, bro. Why is it always the teachers? Yeah, I've noticed that. I feel like it's always English teachers. Like, there's something about them, they're a bit weird. From my understanding, the weirdest teachers are always English teachers and PE teachers. Like, there's just something up with them guys.
Okay, you caught me. Our bracelet is not that heavy. When you put it on the scale, it doesn't even register. But there's an easy fix for that. Just take out the batteries and replace them. And now you can get back to lifting some real weight.
Wait, I'm just really confused. Are they trying to promote a bracelet that's heavy? Why would you want a bracelet that's really heavy? What's the point of a heavy bracelet? That's what I'm thinking. Like, wouldn't that literally wear your hand on? Why would you want to put something that's heavy around your wrist? What's even the use for a heavy bracelet? Just get weights? Is it like for working out? But like, yet again, if you want to work out, just go on a walk or go to like the gym. What does wearing a heavy bracelet have to do with it? The fact he struggled to pick it up, but just had it in his hand and easily moved it around. Exactly. Like, why are they doing that? I'm assuming it's one of them really crap products where like they make it out like it's the best thing ever and then you get gypped into buying it. But yet again, what is the point of that bracelet? What does a heavy bracelet do? They got banned. Well, it looks like nobody's going to be buying any heavy bracelets anymore. I'm also quite shocked that they literally posted that thinking that someone wasn't going to notice it. We all seen your toe.
Can you imagine a burgeoning belly with these burgeoning hips? The plastic of it all.
Oh god, Wendy. Oh damn. Is that photoshopped? What's that good old saying? Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. The way she was sitting, though, exactly like why she literally sat like a spider. I'll put the photo up beside me, like why she literally sat like that. See, I don't know why Miss Wendy is talking about Nikki being plastic, but she has sausages for ankles. So yeah, she's got gankles, she doesn't really have any ankles. And yet again, what's wrong with getting plastic surgery? Obviously, they both had it. Like, Wendy, we knew them boobs are not real. The green dress has me crying for her. Yeah, I was literally looking at that and thinking it was Photoshop. I mean, look at that dress. Is that real or is that fake? When I seen that photo, my mouth proper dropped.
Do it again.
Do it again.
How? So wait.
So if you can't do that,
Okay.
you do have a higher risk of you know what in 6 years.
Really?
Based on a study from 2000.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with.
Oh my god, look at her. You're gonna be dead in the next 6 years. We also talk about that. Like, I feel like I always see TikToks like that, where it's like, if you can't do this, you're gonna be dead in 6 years. How does you sitting down and standing up again have anything to do with how long you're gonna live for? Like, who's doing studies like that? My grandmother couldn't do that in 1990, and now she'll be 109 this year. Oh my god, your granny's nearly 110. Do you imagine living that long? Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, I feel like I want to be dead before the age of 70. Who actually wants to be alive at the age of 100? Like, what do you do? Basically just sit around all day. I mean, that's what I do now. But, like, do I really want to be 100? Just tried it, almost died. Cramps in both feet, and I think I pulled my neck muscle in my left quad. Have you ever moved your head in a certain direction? It feels like something pops in the back of your head. The other day I was walking around my house, and all of a sudden I thought I was gonna die. Like, it literally felt like something exploded in the back of my head. Maybe I'm gonna be dead soon. 8-month baby be like, oh god. Yeah, that wee baby ain't gonna be around for much longer, is it? And yet again, who is making studies like that? Like, who's literally telling you if you can't sit up and stand down, you're gonna die? Like, who's doing that?
It's you, it's all for you. A good treat. So I'm gonna be on my knees for you. I'm gonna lay your head for free for you.
I'm gonna be completely honest, whenever I see TikToks like that, I think they're meant to satire. I don't think they're actually real. I can't blame her. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know who that man is. I'm assuming it's the guy in the video. And he was pretty good looking, to be fair. It was a joke. Well, yeah, of course we know that. But then yet again, sometimes people don't take it as a joke. Here we have a tweet from Mr. Matt Walsh. If you have the inclination to immediately within seconds politicize mass killings and use them for your own benefit, you should be very concerned about your psychological and spiritual state. It reveals a serious lack of empathy. You're a sick person. I mean that sincerely. So obviously he tweeted that that back in 2018. And as you can see, he's tweeted this quite recently. I've been telling you this for a long time, that left-wing trans extremists are violent, dangerous people who have been made to feel absolutely entitled to say and do whatever they want. Deranged claims of genocide are an open invitation to violence. It will get worse from here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that was after there was a shooting in America where like the shooter was apparently transgender. Do we even know if they were transgender? Because I've seen another shooting somewhere where like apparently the shooter was like non-binary, but apparently his lawyer got and say that, so it means you get like a lighter sentence. I'm gonna be completely honest, if you do use incidents like that to push your political movement, you are a bad person in my opinion. But then in the flip side, like there are a lot of shootings, so like I do see why people use examples. Edward Snowden exposes hosts involved in Ponzi scheme.
It's very unusual that you booked me for this conference because, you know, as a whistleblower, it's my obligation, I think personally and professionally, to ask, is this you?
Oh.
Yes.
Because I think that it is.
Yes.
And I think that the things that I've heard tonight make me very uncomfortable with this event. I think it makes me very uncomfortable, and everyone involved with this should really question, is this the kind of association that they want to have? Are you going to be able to deliver on the promises that you're making them? I sure hope to God that you will. But my advice to everyone on this call tonight, everyone looking at this, is look up what you're getting involved in. If you spent money, are you sure that you want to spend it, or do you want to charge it back? And by God, think hard about if you want to continue this. Because for me, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight, I don't. Thank you so much, and good night.
Wow. Wow.
Oh. Is he gonna respond?
Let's take like a few minutes break, and I'll be right back, and we'll go over this. I'll go over the whole thing with you guys. This is totally unexpected, and I'm so sorry that this has happened. A lot of times, same things like where somebody writes something, and you know these are the same stuff that a lot of people do, where there's a headline where people look at, and I'm so sorry to see that he has chosen to do that. So I just need 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you.
But is he gonna be right back, or is he just gonna like literally walk out and leg it? Edward Snowden has nothing to lose. Don't play with that, man. He will call you out in public television if he got the chance. People like that are low-key scary, but I low-key love them. It's good to be friends with them, but also very, very terrifying. If you know somebody's got nothing to lose, you have to keep an eye out for them. Sometimes there's things, and sometimes people look at them, and I'm sorry he did that. Exactly, like he was literally completely stuttering. You see whenever someone's stuttering like that, you know they're trying to think of something in the back of their head. And obviously he can't think of a real explanation as to why he done it, because he's a Ponzi scheme runner.
I'm a person with a lot of empathy. I don't even kill ants. Like, I feel bad. I want
Battery? Oh my god. Oh. Well, I mean, obviously not. If you're not going to be hurting ants, you're hurting other things. I guess someone was attacking ants and she had to step in. I know. How are you going to get arrested for that and then say you'd never hurt ants? Her body language screams anger. That's what I was thinking. Like, she does look, I don't know how to put it into words. Just like, you know, like, what is the word? Tense. That's what it is. She just seemed a bit tense, didn't she? The biggest thisyou moment. I'm telling you, one day someone's going to do a thisyou in me, and I will probably cry myself to sleep. She strikes me as pretty aggressive, even while saying that. I was thinking that as well. Like, she is quite tense, isn't she? I find that most times when someone feels the need to describe themselves a certain way, they're actually the exact opposite of it. That also is true. Like, sometimes people always talk about how they're so nice and lovely people, but you know, in reality, they're the complete opposite. Oh! Wait. Did the thisyou guy just get thisyou? Talk about a thisyou. My respect for him. I mean, by the looks of it, he was literally faking a thisyou, and then he ended up getting thisyou'd. He said thisyou, and he said, nah, it's you. I mean, yeah, that's definitely one way to put it. It's not a thisyou, it's not, it's a you. If that's even a real thing.
Black people, listen up. I'm talking to you.
As a person of color, I'm not white, y'all. I'm darker than I look.
Are you though?
Yeah, I'm darker than I look. It is very limited with our phones to get the correct color of your skin tone so you appear lighter. They don't realize that my camera overblows me, which makes me appear a hell of a lot lighter. I'm actually much darker than this camera makes me look.
By the looks of it, the thisyou guys back and he thisyou'd somebody. So basically that woman was due in a TikTok and then she was like, oh yeah, I'm black. But is she really? I do know sometimes whenever it comes to mixed people, their complexion can vary. They can look very, very pale. However, I don't know if there's any black in her. Is she just setting up for attention? If she is people of color, I am white. I mean, I think that she's lighter than me. And like, look at me. I literally look the color of milk. She is fighting for her life. LMAO. Yeah, I know she literally puts about 15 TikToks talking about her complexion. It's like, just admit you lied. But then on the flip side, maybe she is mixed, but I don't know. It's like, even looking at her features, she didn't have any black features. I think she just straight up lied about being black. Okay, so it looks like we've got a very angry Facebook post. To the lady that blocked my driveway yesterday morning and tell my wife to wait a minute. That is unacceptable and inconsiderate. There is plenty of other parking to drop your children off at school. I brought this up in the page before, asking everyone nicely to please stop parking and block my driveway. My wife leaves for at the same time as drop off. People have stopped my wife from leaving for work. It's unacceptable and just plain ignorant and rude. I've been in contact with the school, blank and city, and they all say there's nothing they can do about it, so that's a dead end. So I'm asking if everyone could please be considerate of other people's property and please don't block people's driveways so that they can go to work and get there in time. Telling my wife to wait a minute is unacceptable. Somebody then in this to say in the comment section, pretty crazy that somebody used their vehicle inappropriately and it kept you from being where you needed to be. Unrelated, neat profile pic. And then if you look at their profile pic, it looks like a QAnon supporter. Mandate freedom. When tyranny becomes law, resist becomes duty. So I'm gonna guess they're probably an anti-masker. So let's say that they were in a shop and they were asked to put on a mask. They'll probably stand there and hold people up and just refuse to put on a mask. So I think in that whole Facebook post they were basically describing themselves.
No, 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 no.
Okay, so I've got a feeling somebody's old tweet has came back to bite them in the bum. Okay, so their tweet said this: I'm ashamed to say Twitch is a platform that supports lazy females selling their bodies for cash. You're teaching little girls to sell sex because that's what's popular. Compete in the same playing field as men. Feminism is equality, spread the word. So obviously she tweeted that in 2017, and obviously now in 2023 she's slightly different. I interpreted this more, she holds those convictions to be true, but the system and economy has forced her to do things she's unhappy to do in order to keep her career. If that's the case, this is pretty sad and not worth mocking. I don't know who this person is, so I could be way off. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like, obviously I kind of feel bad for her, but to be fair, on the flip side, sex does sell. If you're a pretty woman and you show your feet, you're gonna get thousands of views on Twitch. Well, anyways guys, that's really fat to do there. That's some thisyou TikToks. If you want to see me look at more TikToks like this, let me know, definitely will. Press the big red subscribe button and see you all tomorrow for another video.